You sit down to study, the desk is clean, the coffee is hot, but 5 minutes later you find yourself doom scrolling videos on how to study. What? You see, after doing this, you can't tell yourself that you're lazy. The thing is, you're just bored. But what if we made studying so fun? What if we made studying so effortless that it almost felt like a video game? Is this mindset that allowed me to change my grades from C's and D's to A's within 1 year? Is this mentality and this mindset that allowed me to achieve a first-class grade whilst managing a full-time role? Before we start, if you want to turn that grind into growth and you want to take your productivity and your self-improvement to the next level, book a free strategy call in the first link in the description. Without further ado, let's get it GK style. Most people, myself included, used to study from fear. The fear of failure, the fear of feeling behind, and of course the fear of getting the grades, showing them to your parents, and your parents whooping your ass. I remember specifically getting back a class test, and this is a 25 marker. I achieved around 10 or 11 marks in this 25 marker. After school, I was just on my way home with my boys like, yo, I have to study, bro. I have to lock in, bro. Like, what am I doing? What is this? And then I went home and I played video games. Of course I didn't study. There's no enjoyment in study. The way I framed my mind and my mindset in studying was terrible. Until then I realized that, why do I say I have to study? Why can't I say I get to study? I get to study so I can achieve those high grades. I get to study so I can make my parents proud. I get to study so I can get into the degree apprenticeship that I wanted to. And that's when I realized studying is skill building. Studying is the vehicle towards where you want to go. I started viewing every topic as an upgrade. I started viewing every session as me leveling up my XP, and suddenly studying felt like preparation. It felt a little bit more enjoyable. But even when you frame it like this, if your setup sucks, you're not gonna get nothing done. You can't expect focus if your environment is screaming distraction. Look at my environment that I'm in right now. All I've got is a monitor, a laptop, coffee, AirPods. That's it. Do you see a PS5 in the room? No. Do you see big booty Latinas on my phone in the room? No. So that's exactly why I built the focus stack protocol, so I can lock in whenever I need to. And I've put that in the second link in the description, absolutely free. Go grab it. Using this, I wired my brain that every time I sat down in that spot, it's go time. It's lock in time. Before every single session, I take 3 deep breaths and I told myself, this is what matters right now. This is the task at hand and I'm going to complete this task at hand. I'm locking in. Because when you do this, you're activating your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain that allows you to focus. So what we're doing here is we're not forcing focus, we're systemizing focus, where focus is the default, not the secondary option, or not something that we have to use so much willpower. Because bro, we got enough shit to do as it is in the task. Now once you've gone through all 3 steps on the focus stack protocol, I've also made a full video explaining the focus stack protocol that will also be linked in the description too as well. Now once you've implemented the focus stack, you've built the setup. Studying doesn't feel like a chore anymore. Studying will start feeling like your training arc. Now when I say training arc, I'm talking about the preparation. I'm not talking about the actual war, which is the exam. Over here, we need to understand we're not chasing grades over here. What we're chasing is knowledge. What the real dopamine comes from is that understanding. That, oh, I get it now. I finally fucking get it. I'm not as fucking stupid as I thought I was. And this is what was the most addictive. Because every time this happened, I felt like, yeah, I'm on another level, another breakthrough. Let's go. I need more breakthroughs. I need more levels. And this honestly feels even better than completing the exam. The progress that you're making, the improvements that you're making. Because every time you study and it clicks, your brain literally rewards you. And this is exactly why when you enjoy the process, discipline becomes automatic, because it's something that you genuinely want to do. But just like in a video game, when you've mastered one level, when you've mastered one difficulty, what do you do in order to keep that excitement? You raise the bar. You go on the next level. You go on the boss fight level. Every topic, every exam, every assignment, that's your next boss fight. And just like a real video game, if it's too easy, you're gonna drift away. And if it's too hard, you're just not gonna do it. The sweet spot is about 4% outside of your comfort zone. This is when you get into that flow state where time just freezes, and focus and flow is, it's like smooth car. That's the flow state where the time disappears and the sharpness is maximized. The creativity is maximized. This is when you're not forcing it, you're in it. You're not grinding, you're leveling up. This is the boss fight mindset that we should apply to every single one of our past papers of the topic. Alright, let's just say you got all of these steps down so far, but just like in a video game, right? You need to come with your full energy to this boss fight. So if your energy's cooked and your brain's cooked, how can we expect to fight the boss fight, and how can we expect to win? And this is where 99% of people fail before the game even properly starts. I used to wake up and I would doom scroll. I would eat a big breakfast. I would also have dessert with tea as well. And then when I went into studying, I would wonder like, I can't study for some reason. I'm not too sure why. Well, of course, if I'm frying my dopamine like fucking crazy, how am I expecting myself to study? How am I expecting myself to easily and seamlessly get into a flow state? Because when your brain's overstimulated, you can't enter this flow state. Or even if you do, it'll be of much lower quality. So what I'm saying is delay your dopamine. Earn your dopamine. Reward yourself after the work, not before. That's exactly how you reframe studying to I have to now I want to. And if you want to learn how to master dopamine properly, watch the video Dopamine Loading is the easiest way to get addicted to productivity. I break it down way more than I have in this video. Study like you're the main character, because you are the main character over here. And remember, your decisions today will define your tomorrow.